David got down on one knee and pulled out a diamond ring to propose. Just as I was about to say yes, thrilled and emotional, he suddenly stopped me. He told me I had to lose weight first before I could have the ring. I was completely confused until he explained. He thought I was too fat and worried I wouldn't fit into a wedding dress. I told him my weight was perfectly normal, but David insisted I needed to slim down. The next second, he brought in a personal trainer named Alice to help me lose weight. When I said I could work out on my own, both of them laughed at me. David said there was no way I could get as thin as Alice by myself. To marry David, I reluctantly agreed. Back at home, I started training under Alice's supervision. After 3 grueling hours, I was completely exhausted. That's when David strolled over eating popcorn to check on my progress. The scale showed I'd lost 1 pound. I thought he'd be proud of my hard work, but instead David complained it wasn't nearly enough and kept pushing me to drop a significant amount of weight in a short time. Then Alice pulled out a doctor's business card and suggested I could lose weight through surgery. The next day, David took me to the hospital. The doctor explained the risks to David and made it clear that my weight was completely normal and I didn't need to lose anything. I suggested David listen to the doctor's advice, but he insisted on the weight loss, claiming it was all for my own good. The doctor had finally heard enough. He pointed out that surgical intervention wasn't just a quick fix, it came with serious complications afterward. David instantly flew into a rage, grabbed my arm, and started to storm out, saying he'd find me a different doctor. Just as we were about to leave, the doctor called David back and said there were some issues with my test results he needed to discuss with me privately. After David left, the doctor urged me to think carefully about this. If David truly loved me, he should accept me as I am instead of constantly demanding I change. He handed me the surgical consent form and told me to really think it through. The next day, David came to the hospital to visit me after my surgery. Seeing that I'd supposedly lost 44 pounds, he was overjoyed. Before I could even finish speaking, he pulled out an ad for cosmetic surgery. He wanted me to get a breast augmentation next. I climbed out of the hospital bed and told him how deeply disappointed I was. David stared at me in shock as I revealed the truth. I never had the surgery at all. It was a test. I wanted to see if David actually cared about me or if he only cared about appearances. Clearly I got my answer. I finally saw David for who he really was and made the decision to end our relationship right then and there.